Welcome to FarmRPG, Bellogan here. In today's video, we are going to talk about something new that's just been added and will continue to grow, and that specifically is merit badges. We have two merit badges in the game currently. One of them is for Energizer Bunny 3, and the other one is for Fishing Addict 3. See the requirements for these, you can go into achievements to take a peek at them. I'm going to scroll down here first to the Fishing Addict. We'll talk about this one briefly. So Fishing Addict 1 is to have a streak of over 105 different fishing spots. 2 is to have a streak of over 1,000 in 7 spots. And Fishing Addict 3 is to have a streak of over 10,000 in 10 fishing spots. So that is every fishing location currently available. You need to have a streak of over 10,000 in. Nobody has this currently. A lot of us have just been fishing exclusively with nets for quite a while now. I think I've only got over 10,000 streak in one area. So some work to do to get that one. Just a lot of manual fishing. Can't use nets for it. The other one, I'll admit, has been a little bit controversial. And that one is Energizer Bunny. And this one is for hoarding stamina. So that means that you eat your apples, drink your lemonade, and then don't explore. And so that you bank up massive amounts of stamina. And there's 3 levels of this: Energizer Bunny 1, Energizer Bunny 2, and then 3 is the one that gives the merit badge. The amount of stamina you banked is 1 million for Energizer Bunny 1, 10 million for 2, and 25 million for Energizer Bunny 3. Now there's silver rewards for these: 50,000 silver, 50 million silver, 500 million silver, and then 2.147 billion silver. So this is kind of a funny number. Where it comes from, well, that's the max value of an int32 variable, which was for a while used as the placeholder for experience you had in your skills. So 2 billion, you'd hit level 99, and then you'd hit this number and it would just stop counting. That's been increased. I think it was changed to float or something like that. But that's where this number comes from. So why is this controversial? Well, the reality is to get 25 million stamina built up is going to be a very long and painful process. You've got to be dedicated to it, and you're going to be missing out on all of your stamina you would be normally regaining through just passive regeneration, fishing on your farm pond, or if you have the energy drink, double the passive regen. All of that's going to be thrown out the entire time that you're working on this because your stamina is just building up and you're not using it. Presumably, if there's quests or things you're trying to do, you can use some of the stamina towards that, but again, you're taking longer to do it if you use any stamina for anything else. So we wanted to do a breakdown of exactly how long this is going to take. I've heard the number of 800 days being thrown out as the amount required to get this merit badge. I think that was based off of looking at how many OJ you can get per day and probably your apples too with a maximum orchard. But there's a lot of other things that can be done to help this out. So I made a spreadsheet to break this down a little bit. And I have the rewards, the stamina in here, and there's a couple of things that we can do. So first, I just looked at your max orchard apples. 1750 apples per day. Your max orchard oranges is also 1750. The equivalent OJ, you got to remember, if you have the resource saver perks, it's 6 oranges per OJ, but then you have a roughly 1.25 multiplier on that for how many you're actually going to get. So this really equates to about 364 on average OJ per day. Some days you're going to have more, some days you're going to have less. So we took this equivalent stamina for those. We also took the OJ that you get from pets and apples from pets. And there's one that gives apples, one that gives OJ. You do the math for level 6 pets, you get roughly 12 of each item every day. So that's an extra 2,400 stamina. Between the two, I think this number is wrong. That should be times 15. There we go. Corrections on the fly. Got it. So an additional 1,200 stamina from OJ and 180 from apples from pets per day. You add that up and it's equivalent to about 64,000 stamina per day that you can get on average, plus or minus a little bit depending on how your resource saver kicks out and how your pets return items. So you take the 25 billion stamina divided by the 64K, and it comes out to about 390 days. So this is already a little bit less than half of that 800 number that's been thrown out there. Now, there's 2 other factors that can greatly shorten this up. One of them is what you do with your lemons and with your lemonade. And specifically, if you go and use those in Whispering Creek, you can pick up additional apples and oranges and lemons to make more OJ lemonade and apples. This is numbers that came out with a statistical population of 1, so only 1 day's value. So these are going to vary a lot. But today, with my 356 lemonade that I had, I got 370 apples total and 13 OJ total. And again, that was making new lemonade, using that again in Whispering Creek. In total, that gave me just about 6,800 more stamina for the day. So not drastic, but you throw that in the mix and you cut it down by about 40 days. We're getting under a year now to hit this requirement. Now, you're not going to be able to do this necessarily every day because you do need glass bottles to make your OJ and lemonade. So you're going to need to use your lemonade to get materials for making bottles at some point. But, a day or two of that will set you up for many, many days of using your stamina this way. Plus, you also can get raptor eggs for antlers and things like that. Another thing that's not talked about in here, but the last couple of weeks, Borgen has brought OJ that you could buy with ancient coins. And specifically, if you have the brown bear pet, you have plenty of ancient coins that are going to stack up that you can use to buy lots of OJ. I think over the last 2 weeks, I probably bought over 1,000 OJ that bumped this amount of stamina I was able to bank up very quickly, pretty significantly. So, if you can pick up 400 OJ, that's an extra day cut off every time that happens. The other thing you can do, and I didn't account for it in here, is you can try to trade for OJ and apples. You can use your nets, other items you have. Grapes are popular right now for a quest that's out, and see if you can trade for more OJ that way. So all those things can shorten this up. In total, though, it's going to be a very long grind. Realistically, this is not a goal you want to set out trying to hit when you're early in the game. This is something that you can maybe think about doing if you want to do it at all when you're at the end of the game and you've done pretty much every other thing that's out there as far as content is concerned. So there you have it. That is our 2 new merit badges and a breakdown of about how long it'll take to achieve those. As always, thanks for watching.